I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why.
Moana is Disney Animation Studios' 58th animated feature starring its 12th Disney princess, Moana, who also doubles as their first Polynesian princess. Yes, Lilo and Stitch, I see you there. You don't count because reasons. So before we get into spoiler territory, let me get this out of the way. Moana is great. The main leads are well acted and fleshed out. Moana herself is a very well-rounded character, and Maui is a lot of fun. The songs are very catchy, and there's not a single song that can be generally considered a dead weight or bad, and all have significant purpose to the story. The animation, of course, is absolutely gorgeous, and while I don't mind it as much, yes, the plot is kind of predictable, albeit not as bad as Big Hero 6, and there is a notable dip in the third act. Now, with that all out of the way, let's get into the meat of things. Moana is about a teenage girl who tries to find a balance of finding herself and what she wants to do, and the responsibility of what the world demands of her. Part of this is her being chosen from the sea to find the heart of Te Fiti, a goddess of life whose heart was stolen from the demigod Maui. As such, provisions and safe sailing are extremely low, so Moana goes on a treacherous adventure to find Maui and bring back the heart. Now, yes, the plot is in fact a Chosen One narrative, however I think it works to its benefit. See, the issue with Chosen One narratives is that you don't need a compelling character for it. However, Moana subverts this by using a narrative to flesh out her character more instead of less. The main theme is trying to find herself while taking on responsibilities out of her range. Or what's more of a range for a 16-year-old than saving the entire freaking universe! So when the emotional resolution comes at the end, it makes a lot more sense to have it be a Chosen One story. From her being forced to become the chief of an island she did not ask for, the ocean choosing her and not feeling like she can accomplish it, to the villains in Maui constantly saying the ocean chose wrong. All these things build more and more pressure on her, not just for raising the stakes of the movie, but also trying to find her way. So when the resolution of both her failing because of selfish reasons, but realizing her understanding herself is what leads to the climax, and effectively helps the moral. Moana is a tale of people expecting and demanding her to accomplish things a certain way. Yet the thing that actually accomplishes those tasks is her finding her own way to do it. And she was chosen by the ocean because she did things that others wouldn't think of doing. Nice job, Musker and Clement. You finally learned how to do a good Chosen One story after Hercules. Speaking of, Hercules was a movie that wasn't the most well-liked by its country of origin. I feel as though this movie, putting in so much time, thought, and research into Polynesian traditions and mythology, was a way of saying, damn it, we're gonna do this properly this time. Which, if I'm reading this room correctly, was successful. Oh yeah, there wasn't the storm in the teacups on Maui's design being fat, but once you actually get into the movie, you realize it isn't fat. It's pure freaking muscle.
No, it's a lot, the hair, the bod, when you're staring at a demigod.
Also on Maui, he's a good character. Again, more on the predictable side of his arc and resolution, but what are you gonna do? Oh, and he is voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who surprisingly really can sing and act. Sings, acts, raps, wrestles. The man is a god!
No, he's a demigod, that's the entire point.
Shut up, Jazz! Oh, and now on the third act. And how it seems more straightforward and not as fun as the first two? There's a good reason for that. See, by the end of making the movie, it went from recording to animation immediately, so there is very little room for error. Not an excuse, just an explanation. On the villain side, there's a total of 3 major threats. The first being Fura Road, Coconut Edition. Second being it's hip to fuck bees, but every time they say bee, it's replaced with crab. No, seriously. And the major villain can be described as, this movie would be 5 minutes long if the ocean wasn't dumb. Also, since the world is so rich and so much creative potential and has a very distinct style to it, I can definitely see it becoming a TV series. Disney, I see that Tangled series you're working on. Come on, make it happen. They could make so many cool adventures. Also, we can give her a canon girlfriend when she crosses over with the Little Mermaid. Make it happen, Disney! Make it happen!
I am Moana.
By the way, those two, they were fucking.